Hey everyone, Ronnie Rabina here. Welcome to a new video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Goodson Moza Air Gimbal Stabilizer. So I just want to start off by saying that this is not a sponsored review. I'm going to be giving my full, unbiased thoughts on this stabilizer. So let's get into it. So first of all, this gimbal has a pretty good build quality. It's all metal and has this nice matte finish on the outside. And it does have a similar look to other one-handed gimbals out there as well. So before you use a gimbal, you're gonna have to make sure that the firmware is up to date. And there are a few parameters that you're gonna have to calibrate using the desktop app. But after that, it's pretty much good to go. So I find the gimbal super easy to set up. Much easier than my old HD 2000 Steadicam and even my larger Steady 6 Pro gimbal, which was a pain to set up at times. Now there are plenty of videos that show you how to set up this gimbal, but if you'd like me to make one, let me know in the comments below. So I mainly use my GH5 on this gimbal, but I was able to balance my Nikon D850 on it as well. But the only problem was the camera's a little bit too big. I found that when it was tilting too far up or down, the camera was actually hitting the back of the gimbal. So I found the camera cradle on the gimbal to be a little bit too small for bigger cameras. So the Moza Air has the usual follow modes that other gimbals has, but with the last firmware update, you're able to do this cool roll mode now, which tilts the camera from side to side, which gives a very cool effect to the video and a mode that I'll definitely be using in the future. So also included with the Moza Air are these dual handles that you can attach and detach as needed. I like to use it because it distributes the weight to both my hands, allowing me to get a little bit more stable footage. So you can also get this wireless remote that's sold separately, and you can use it on the dual handlebar system. There is a cool mimic mode on the wireless remote as well. Tilt the remote whichever way you want to face the camera, and the camera on the gimbal will mimic those movements that you're doing with the remote wirelessly, which is super cool to see on a less expensive system as the Moza Air. So there's a smartphone app that you can use with this gimbal as well. It allows you to control the camera, change the camera settings. I found the app to be quite useful. I didn't notice any hiccups at all, and I think it can only get better from here. So another deciding factor that made me want to get the Moza Air over the Zhiyun Crane 2 was the price. The Moza Air was about half the price of the Zhiyun Crane 2, and not only did it include the dual handles, but it also included this tripod stand for the gimbal as well, which I found was extra things that I had to buy for the Zhiyun Crane 2. The only thing that I had to purchase separately was the wireless remote, which wasn't too bad at all. So the pros of the Moza Air gimbal are that it's lightweight, easy to balance, can handle heavy camera setups, delivers very smooth footage, has great build quality, comes with a carrying case, dual handles, and a mini tripod stand. It has a decent app, works with an optional wireless remote control with mimic mode, has great battery life, fairly inexpensive compared to the other one-handed gimbals, and it also has a new roll mode with the latest firmware that I haven't seen in too many other gimbals. Some of the cons were that it can handle a heavy camera setup, but the cradle is too small, so when the camera tilts too far up and down, I find it hits the gimbal itself. And there's a little bit of a setup before you can start using the gimbal. So that is my quick review of the Moza Air gimbal stabilizer. Let me know what your favorite one-handed gimbal is in the comments below. Always remember to create and appreciate. And if you like my videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.